Alabama Republican Representative Mo Brooks, any relation, Michael?
Thank God, no.
Doesn't think that Republicans have a stance on immigration that could hurt the party's standing with Hispanic voters. I guess Mo Brooks is living in La La Land, where the ground is made of marshmallows and the trees pour chocolate. But he does have...
It's a white place called La La Land. Sorry, go ahead.
But he does think that Democrats are, in fact, the ones calling for a war on a particular group of people. And who is that group? Well, let's listen to Representative Mo Brooks, a Republican of Alabama, on the Laura Ingraham radio program just this past, Sunday, it seems like.
Let's talk, though, about what the quote, lamestream media is saying about this. Ron Fournier, who's been on the show many times, from the National Journal, was on Fox News Sunday, Congressman Brooks, saying this.
The fastest growing voting bloc in this country thinks the Republican Party hates them. This party, your party, cannot be the party of the future beyond November if you're seen as the party of white people.
Pause it. So that was from Sunday. That was National Journal's Ron Fournier talking to Chris Wallace on Fox News on Sunday. I think this is incredible coming from the National Journal that Ron Fournier realizes that the Republican Party is not going to be around very long as a national party if they don't start, accepting that other people of different backgrounds who aren't white are also American and, they belong in this country. So yesterday, on Monday, this Representative Mo Brooks goes on Laura Ingraham, and let's continue.
Your reaction?
Well, this is a part of the war on whites that's being launched by the Democratic Party. And the way in which they're launching this war is by claiming that whites hate everybody else. It's a part of the strategy that Barack Obama implemented in 2008, continued in 2012, where he divides us all on race, on sex, greed, envy, class warfare, all those kinds of things. Well, that's not true, okay? And if you look at the polling data, every demographic group in America agrees with the rule of law, enforcing and securing our borders, and every one of them understands that illegal immigration hurts every single demographic group. It doesn't make any difference if you're a white American, a black American, Hispanic American, an Asian American, or if you're a woman or a man. Every single demographic group is hurt by falling wages and lost jobs. And so the Democrats, they have to demagogue on this and try to turn it into a racial issue, which is an emotional issue, rather than a thoughtful issue. If it becomes a thoughtful issue, then we win and we win big, and they lose big, and they understand that. And as they get more desperate, where they're going to argue race and things like that to a much heightened emotional state.
So let's, of course, it's the immigrants coming to this country who are taking all the good old American jobs, the jobs that the good old Americans already living in the country don't want to do. And it's not, the loss of jobs and the lack of jobs and the falling wages have anything to do with the laws in this country, many supported and passed by Republican majorities that, take away public sector jobs and make sure that corporations can continue to pay less money. They fight against the minimum wage and they don't want to pass a living wage. Let's put aside those things. It's not all that. It's the American jobs being lost by the people coming into this country who are doing jobs that Americans weren't going to do to begin with. That's the problem here. But the war on whites, are you kidding me?
It's pretty incredible.
There's a war. These are the guys who refuse to believe that there's a war on women, as they're going out there saying how women can just shut their bodies down if they're raped, so that if they actually do have a child, then they really wanted it. They weren't actually being raped. I mean, are you kidding me? This is the party that's cheering the Hobby Lobby decision that says that employers could choose not to give women contraception, which is part of a benefits package that they work for. I mean, are you kidding me here? There's a war on whites, though. All because we're calling them out on their racism. That's the war on the that's what they view as the war on the whites. And he doubles down here. In a statement to AL.com, he responds to the controversy. As best I can in the time limitations I have. Oh, so he was taken out of context. I assume he's going to argue, right? I try to make sure people understand what the Democrats are doing by raising race as an issue every chance they get. Oh, I'm sorry, he's going to double down and not... The time limitations had absolutely nothing to do with it. Shocking, isn't it? Wow. I'm one of those who does not believe in racism. Now, this isn't... He's not saying here... I want to parse this here for you. He's not saying here he's not racist. He doesn't believe... I'm not a racist. I believe in equality for everybody. He's saying, I do not believe racism exists. So when white people talk shit about blacks, Hispanics, Asians, whatever, that's not racism. That's just the truth. Because racism doesn't exist. That's what he's arguing here. I just want to make sure you understand that. I believe everyone should be treated as equally as American citizens. So if you're not an American citizen, you don't matter, according to him. It's high time folks started calling out the Democrats for their racial appeals. Certainly, if you were to flip the coin and a white person were to say, vote for me because I'm white, it would be an uproar, and deservedly so. So why do we allow blacks to say, vote for me because I'm black, or Hispanics to vote for me because I'm Hispanic? I have never... Where is he seeing this?
I have no clue.
They assume that because blacks liked Obama, because, maybe they see, he can sort of see where we're coming from here. He can fight for policies that benefit us, as opposed to other white presidents who have constantly put us down and not have passed policies that help us. Maybe that's what they see. Maybe it doesn't have to do with him being black, because if it did, explain to me what the hell happened to Herman Cain. Race is immaterial, says a white man, Mo Brooks. And everybody ought to be treated the same. I agree. Everybody ought to be treated the same. And that's not what we see coming from the Republican Party or Mo Brooks. And just in case if you're wondering, remember, Mo Brooks said on Laura Ingraham's show that if we fight on this issue, we will win and win big, and Democrats will lose, and they will lose big. Well, Laura Ingraham has made her career on the whole race issue. She's a race baiter amongst the best of the race baiters. Let's hear what she thinks. If you win Laura Ingraham over, then this might be your Republican Party conservative winning issue, and Mo Brooks is right. Is he?
I don't think Raul Labrador would probably say there's a war on whites, though, Congressman. Don't you? That's a little. That characterization's a little out there.
Oof. Maybe you should go back to La La Land, where whites walk on marshmallow paving roads, and they drink chocolate from the trees that line their streets. Amazing. Just amazing to me. They live in an imaginary world where racism doesn't exist because white people are just telling the truth about blacks and Hispanics. So it is therefore not racist.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
But even Laura Ingraham was like, whoa, wait a second.
This actually isn't a winning platform.